Hello everyone, welcome back to Channel Future X USA. Today we dive into a story that is rewriting the map of war, politics, and survival. Crimea, once shown as Russia's proud conquest, is now turning into a land of fear, resistance, and escape. The stronghold that Moscow once considered untouchable is slipping away, piece by piece, day by day. The crumbling fortress for nearly a decade, Crimea was portrayed as an impregnable fortress. But today the walls are cracking. Russian military bases explode one after another. Warships of the Black Sea Fleet retreat into hiding. Even the Kerch Bridge, once declared untouchable, is now vulnerable. The most devastating blow came when Ukraine destroyed a critical radar from the S-400 system on August 28th. This wasn't just a machine. It was Crimea's eyes. A radar that could detect targets hundreds of kilometers away is now silent. With each strike, Crimea grows blind to missiles, blind to drones, blind to the enemy that approaches in the shadows. Every night, the people of Crimea are trapped in the same cycle: sirens, orders to take cover, and explosions that rip apart the silence. What was once considered a safe rear area is now a front line of terror. The Black Sea Fleet retreats. The Black Sea Fleet, once Russia's pride, now hides in fear. Ukrainian UAV and naval drones prowl the waters, forcing warships back toward safer harbors. The seas that once offered Russia control now offer nothing but danger. Every time a ship is struck or forced to retreat, it's not just a loss of steel and ammunition. It's a blow to morale. Remaining off Crimea's coast is no longer strategy. It is survival. Life under siege, but war in Crimea is not just fought with missiles. It is fought in daily life. Internet blackouts cut off communications. ATMs fail. People travel miles outside cities just to withdraw money. Supermarkets run out of essentials. Gasoline prices skyrocket, reaching nearly 70 rubles per liter. Official voices call these a temporary logistical problems. Treating them are a logistical problem. But for the people living there, it is a chain of crises. No cash, no fuel, no security. A paradise without tourists, Crimea was once Russia's summer jewel. Beaches, palm trees, resorts. Advertised as the Russian Riviera. In 2013, over 6 million tourists visited. But after annexation, sanctions, and finally war, the dream collapsed. By 2020, only 2 million visitors remained. Now, even peak summer brings empty beaches and silent hotels. Reports show 50 to 60% declines in tourism compared to earlier years. Russians themselves are refusing to vacation in Crimea, fearing airstrikes and drone attacks. For businesses that thrived on tourism, this silence is devastating. Restaurants sit empty. Hotels cannot fill their rooms. Tourism, once a pillar of Crimea's economy, has become a ghost. A real estate panic. The housing market tells another story of fear. After annexation, Moscow tried to inflate real estate values with incentives and state support. For a short while, prices rose. But sanctions, instability, and now war have crushed the dream. Between 2022 and 25, property listings have surged by almost 50%. Prices have fallen sharply. Panic selling is everywhere as families try to get rid of homes before Ukraine possibly retakes the region. Many feared deeds issued after 2014 will become worthless if Russia loses Crimea. The great exodus, but the most dramatic collapse isn't in markets. It's in people. Military families, once settled to secure Russia's presence, are leaving in secrecy. Officers evacuate wives and children under military escort, often through hidden routes. Civilians, too, are leaving. Reports suggest nearly 100,000 Russians have fled Crimea in recent months. What was once Moscow's showcase of a Russification is now reversing into a mass escape. Living under fear, those who remain live in fear. Sirens wail. Explosions shake the night. Military convoys fill the roads. Propaganda posters promise riches for those who sign army contracts. A house by the sea, 1 million rubles. But people know the truth. Behind those promises lies only the front line and perhaps a grave. For ordinary citizens, even simple freedoms are gone. Independent organizations report that more people in Crimea face prosecution for discrediting the army than anywhere else in Russia. The charge is vague but effective. A social media post, a wrong word, even listening to Ukrainian folk music can bring punishment. Arrests are followed by public shaming. Forced apology videos circulate online, frightened faces bowing, voices breaking, declaring regret. The message is clear: resist, and you will be broken. One shocking case was Ibrahim Osmanov, a sports coach. His only crime was painting his garage blue and gold, the colors of Ukraine's flag. He was detained, forced to apologize, and turned into a public warning. In Crimea today, even paint has become political. A region-divided life may look normal on the surface. Markets open, schools function, but beneath the surface lies collapse. Inflation eats away at salaries. Families live in constant anxiety. Elderly citizens spend their nights in basements during sirens. Children grow up not with the sound of waves, but with the sound of explosions. Propaganda can cover statistics, but it cannot cover fear. Every family that leaves, every hotel that empties, every military convoy on the highway tells the truth. Crimea is no longer Moscow's paradise. Cracks in the system. Ironically, in one corner of the economy, profits are rising. Crimea's wine industry has gained value as foreign brands vanish under sanctions. Vineyards now sell land at 5 times the price of 4 years ago. But this wealth flows only to elites and large investors. Ordinary families see none of it. For them, wine is not prosperity. It is just another luxury out of reach. This contrast reveals the deeper truth. Inequality grows as stability collapses. Some profit, most suffer, and faith in Russia's promises erodes. The final picture. All of this forms a single picture. Crimea, once called a fortress, is breaking. Militarily, it is vulnerable. Economically, it is collapsing. Demographically, it is emptying. Psychologically, it is haunted. Every blackout, every family leaving. These are not isolated events. They are pieces of the same truth. Russia's hold over Crimea is weakening, not just by bombs, but by fear, by despair, and by the simple human instinct to survive. Closing words. Crimea was meant to symbolize Russian power. Today, it symbolizes Russian weakness. Once a prize, now a liability. Once a fortress, now a crumbling shell. And perhaps the most powerful sign of all, Crimea itself is saying goodbye. With every moving truck, every empty beach, every silent night broken by sirens, the peninsula is drifting away from Moscow's grasp. If you found this video informative, don't forget to hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Future X USA for more deep insights into global events. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.